So, whether you are considering another journal to submit to directly after a rejection or offer to transfer to another journal, there are definitely ways you can improve the odds that you'll be accepted the second time around. First of all, if you do receive any feedback from the handling editor or from a peer review process, it's really important that you take on that feedback and make the changes that you agree with. It will improve the likelihood that you'll be accepted the second time around. Not doing so, you risk the journal actually re-inviting the same reviewers that could potentially not accept to review again or give you the same review. So you're delaying your path to publication. Another important thing is to consider the reasons for rejection, such as novelty, quality, maybe it's too preliminary. And this will help you decide which journal to go to next. So while you should always make changes if you have received some feedback, if you accept a transfer offer, you could also be fast-tracked for acceptance if you address the comments raised. So when you're accepting a transfer offer, compared to a direct submission, you should also upload a clean and track change revision and a response to reviewers. So if you do accept a transfer offer, remember to make those changes and respond to the reviewer comments. First up, try to take them in the spirit in which they were intended. Most reviewers want to help you improve your manuscript. So while it can feel very personal, try to see it as an improvement opportunity. And take a couple of days to digest the feedback. And once you've taken that time, start by dividing the comments into more superficial and critical comments. And for a quick win, I would really recommend tackling those small or minor corrections first, because once you've done that, you'll feel a bit more confident and ready to tackle those really challenging ones. So then I would go and talk to colleagues and discuss what is needed in order to address those changes. Perhaps you need to do more experiments or reanalyze data. Once you've carried out those revisions, it's time to prepare your response to the reviewers, which can be quite challenging. In my experience, this is often not done as well as it could be, and it could slow down your path to publication if you don't address them effectively. So, one thing I really want you to take from this presentation is always argue with evidence. And of course, always ask a colleague to read through it afterwards to make sure you remain polite and that you address every single point. So just, how do you address the reviewer comments? Start by thanking the editor and reviewers for their time. This is definitely not necessary at every point. What's more important is that you address every single point raised with evidence. So just a few tips. Track your changes, either using Word's Track Changes tool or by highlighting the text. Address it point by point. Even if the reviewers have not given you a list of points, break it apart and address each point that they've brought up. And another little tip, use page and line numbers and always refer to where the reviewers can find the changes.